Okay, perfect. So, we'll start. Well, last time, I don't know what you were doing last time, but I have a brief hold that you were finishing some kind of mission. At the end of it, taking into account that you were going to go to another time period, you get a notification that you should travel back to Mexico. You have already been there one time, but it was a very brief moment. Even though, nevertheless, you were asked to go again, but your machine has a little delay, and you arrive a little bit off time, but actually on the same place you left last time. So you are coming back to see Hernán Cortés, and you come to the little and beautiful shores of Veracruz. These little warm, cozy shores have been uh, populated lastly by what is the Spanish explorer Hernán Cortés and his party of people that we're seeing right here. You last time appeared Hernán in a little flash. Now it's the same, but you're not appearing on a boat. You're actually appearing on the sand. It has been around 3 months since you last been here, and well, since he only knew you for one small day, he was not aware of your absence until now. You appear you're in the encampment. The encampment is a very nice, cozy encampment with plenty of tents and whatever we have managed to build up for our how to call it, our headquarters for starting the conquest of New Mexico. As you appear, one of the first guys who approaches you is, of course, one soldier that is asking you, why were you so late? So, what do you do, Lord Byron? You're in front of them all.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. Lead the way. We will catch up. Make good time.
Of course, come on. The captain wishes to have a small talk with you.
I'm going to mutter under my breath to the party. Does anyone know where we are and why we're here? What we're expecting? I didn't pay attention during the briefing.
I think we've landed a little off time. I'm not entirely certain, but perhaps if we play along, we can try and hear some character names and try and piece this together. This is all a bit strange to me.
Superb. Fake it till we make it. Standard operating procedure.
Okay. So you follow along him? Everybody follows?
Yep.
Perfect. They rush you to the main tent. When you arrive to the tent of the captain has plenty of goodies. There are lots of gold, some pearls, emeralds, jade, and all that stuff that has been exchanged with the locals. And then Hernán approaches you and tells you, well, my friend, long time no see you. Next time you manage to disappear for a couple of months, please do not do it during the middle of a battle. But since you are here, I have plenty of useful ways to use you. If you don't remember me, I know you got new friends. My name is Captain Hernán Cortés. I am here for you. And for the crown of Spain, I will conquer this land.
Capitan, of course we remember you, and apologies, we were attacked, ambushed, and severely injured, but we've made a full recovery, and we're here to make up on the debt that we owe you.
That sounds pretty right. I can see you got a couple of new friends. Who are these gentlemen and this lady that I can see here?
But best they introduce themselves. I think.
I'm beginning to believe this isn't a dream that I've been having, and this is all indeed going on. And noticing that they're Spanish, I'm going to keep my full title of Colonel of the British Indian Army, Jim Corbett, to a minimum, and just introduce myself as Jim, and head a nod over to him.
Would you describe yourself, Jim?
Please, Colonel Jim Corbett. British Indian Army, man-eating tiger and leopard hunter extraordinaire. He's wearing hiking boots, sort of long shin-length socks with brownish trousers tucked into them, and a white, a light tan button-up shirt, kind of almost expedition-y wise. Distinguished older gentleman. I've got a large rifle. I have an attendant with me, Mohammed Abdul Kareem. He's carrying my pack for me. And
do you have a pith helmet, Jim?
Yes, I do. Why not? Yeah, think Jumanji, but nicer.
Okay, Jumanji when he's the dad.
Awesome. And your lady?
So Julie thinks to herself, every time she goes on one of these time traveling adventures, she, hopes that relations between the French and, in this case, the Spanish are civil. But,
I mean, they're often unified against the English, right? So the odds are good.
Julie has flaming red wavy hair, dressed in black with a sort of white, I don't know how to describe it, but kind of a white part for her chest, and with a large belt buckle, and she has 2 fencing swords on her belt. And she says, hello, bonjour, my name is Julie, and I am a friend and companion of Lord Byron. It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Cortés.
Ah, a French lady, I can see. Your accent is not to be withstood. But, well, we all know French are great lovers. But, well, I appreciate your help with me. Right now, you were brought to me thanks to my right hand, Pedro de Alvarado. He will be one of the main captains in this expedition. I hope you treat him well. By the way, thanks. You can see me. He stands tall. It's around 1 meter 67 centimeters, more or less. A full-grown bird. He has the Spanish conquistador mustache, the one that has little endings that are very fine. Baggy clothes, a couple of boots, but he's like seeing a little bit tired of being the captain. And he only tells you that, well, please be my guests for today, since tomorrow we will be starting our new adventure. I may introduce you as well, not only see us, the Spanish, but we have been allies with the Totonacas that we are expecting to be arriving soon by tomorrow morning, so we can start our expedition. Our main goal right now is to assess the situation and try to, well, take on this big threat that the Mexicas are. This will be very difficult since we have been told that they are bloody thirsty people, not like us. We are, of course, grandeur, awesome, nice people. We are not having human sacrifices and that stuff. But well, feel like my guests. And since I see that you have no weapons on your behalf, or maybe you do, you are more than free to ask my other friend Cristobal. He signals to a guy that is shorter, has no beard, only a mustache. He looks like a priest for you. He might help you to get some weapons, since tomorrow we are marching. If that's everything for today, please let me be. And one more time, one more thing to add. He makes a signature, and from the inside of the tent, girl, an indigenous person walks out. She has brown skin, long black hair. She looks pretty beautiful. I like that. I got it. She's like there. She tells you, well, she is Marina. She's called Malinzi by the people here, and she is our main translator. Okay, so I know you cannot understand most probably what the indigenous people are telling us, but she will be your translator if you need anything. But also, everything will pass through me as long as you want to speak with the natives. Okay, and if that's everything for today, please let.
Thank you. Thank you so
Today,
much.
sir.
Thank you.
I'd like to take Tesla aside and whisper to him, like, did you hear what Julie said? Like, she said I'm her friend and companion. Do you think that means what I think it means?
Say it does. And go from there. Two big thumbs up. The world is your oyster. Anything's possible.
Byron turns bright red and just stammers. He's lost for words, rarely.
You asked the completely right person about the opposite sex, and signs point to yes. Oh, well, let's get back into it, though.
Oh yeah, the mission. I forgot. Yeah, sure.
Well, you're speaking gladly. Pedro de Alvarado, the guy in the bottom left corner, he's has a mustache, a clean beard, clean shave. He's red-haired, approaches you and tells you, well, my friends, I may lead you to this beautiful tent that you will have for this night. You will have a little company in a couple of minutes. But please make yourself comfortable, prepare all your belongings, and, well, have a good night rest.
Thank you, sir. Might I inquire, do you have any crossbows?
Oh, yeah, sure. I might manage to get a couple for you. Is there anything
Obviously,
else
I don't
you
need it
want to
tonight. No, as long as it's ready for tomorrow's expedition, we'll be fine.
Okay, pretty sure. They will be ready for tomorrow's expedition. Anything else you would like?
And some wine, please, would be wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, I'll
Food and
leave you
provisions would be excellent.
with those. Any other has another request, by the way?
Is there anywhere I could obtain some bath water from?
Yeah, we have the sea. You can bathe in the sea, however you like.
Thank you.
Okay, if that's everything, goodbye, good night. He walks away slowly. After some time passes, you arrive to you're in your tent. A girl arrives bringing you the wine and some snacks for eating in the night. Along with that girl, a small message comes embedded on the bottom of the wine. When you manage to check the bottom part of the wine and check the message, it has a written word, "See us at midnight near the beach." I know in those times people didn't usually have clocks on them, watches, or any other sort of time getting machine, but you're around 1 or 2 hours before it's midnight. So what will you do?
This is an intriguing proposition. We should, I suggest we go to the beach and find out what they want from us.
Quite, but let us go discreetly. The sort of people to be writing messages on bottles of wine probably don't want anyone else to know about it.
Indeed. Can I ask Lord Byron what the sentiment towards the British are, and how to tread amongst these people who I guess we're fighting the indigenous. What do we know of the Spaniards?
Yeah,
dispositions?
so I must confess to sleeping through many a history class, but as far as I can tell, although relationships weren't the best between the British and the Spanish at this period, the way our general sees things, we are all civilized colonizers against a mutual enemy, and so he doesn't seem to worry too much about petty national squabbles. Yes,
colonization, of course, I recognize that and fully approve. That makes things easier.
Byron raises an eyebrow and bites his tongue.
Would you? I can provide cover for you whilst you meet with said informant tonight.
I imagine you could. That's quite a large gun you're packing there.
Indeed. Certainly not making up for anything. To take down some of the larger animals in the animal kingdom, you do require a large gun and the balls to match.
Tesla, might you and our new friend provide cover from a distance while Julia and myself go and meet these strange people?
Yes, we'll do what we can.
Excellent, merci. Thank you very beaucoup. Let's. We have some time. Should we do anything else before we go?
Well, we might as well drink the wine. So.
Of course, a perfect plan.
Okay, you end up drinking all the wine, and it was a little bit sour, not so fine, since it has been a long time since no one has access to a good wine. But you arrive at midnight. So when you start going to sleep, it's 1500s, so it's super dark at night, except for maybe the moon. That's it. But you manage to see a couple of candles lit in what appears to be a little pier, a little harbor that we are having here. And when you approach, you see three shadows of men waiting for people. They seem to notice you at the distance, but discreetly only tell you to come closer.
We sticking with the plan then, Jim and Tesla?
Yeah, I'll. We won't approach with Byron and Julie. I'll hunker down in some foliage with Tesla and peer through my scope on my rifle at them.
Okay. You closely approach and you see, well, the figures of three men. Two of them are men that have been working here with Cortés. You will not recognize them. They are only simple, like, they seem to be like soldiers, but you know, no one has perfect armor right now. All have strapped things up and patches and plenty of things. And the other one, you recognize them as Cristobal, the skinny guy that I told you earlier, and you saw him on Hernán's tent. One of the couple of guys approaches you and tells you, well, hello, you came this night. I am very grateful to have your aid. Look, this is what happens. As you may see, Hernán is a little bit out of his reach. First of all, we shouldn't be here. Cuba's governor didn't allow this expedition. So we're willing to return to our country. Let's return to Cuba. But we cannot do it by not having full support from everyone here. As you know, there are three main captains. One is Pedro de Alvarado, the other one is Hernán Cortés, and the other one, it's me. But without that support, I'm not able to travel back. We need those galleons. He points to the back of him, and you see 3 huge ships. Well, actually, there's 3 huge ships and like 6 smaller ones. That's what we need to go back. We are already planning to take all the gold and take it back to Spain. But in order to do so, we might have Hernán have a little accident. You know what I mean?
Yes, I believe I understand clear enough.
Of course, my friends, I will reward you plenty with this. And he opens a chest in front of you, and it's a full chest of gold and emeralds and any other precious stone that you might imagine, the size of your fist.
I'm
Might have
passing on what
a
I
share.
see to Tesla.
And when do you plan on attacking?
Right?
Would you excuse me and let me confer with my companion?
Okay, just a little. I do not wish you to make the accident happen. I only need you to play watch and tell us if any guard is coming near.
Oh, understood. Okay. Yes, let me confer with my companion before we give you our final answer.
Of course. He closes the chest.
I'll walk towards Tesla and Jim, further than necessary, like well out of earshot. Start speaking in French, and say to Julie, my dear, ma chérie, how well do you know your history?
At this time, I do not believe this has happened. I lived before this moment, so
Of course, for you, it's not.
I have some catching up to do.
I understand. Well, let me assure you that Hernán Cortés is victorious. I don't know what happens to Hernán Cortés's ships because he doesn't go backwards. He only goes forwards, deeper and deeper into Mexico. So I think to side with these gentlemen would be on the wrong side of history. And as those aren't our instructions from the ministry, we should betray these men as soon as possible.
I agree. It's I suppose. What do the others think? When should we betray them? Should we wait and see what happens, or perhaps we should? It is dark. They are alone. Perhaps the moment is right.
I am able to cast message, so I can chat and they can reply to me. So it's as if you gentlemen are on the beach with us.
Cool. I believe we'll require at least one live hostage to confirm what the plan was. Otherwise, I believe we'll be seen as traitors to the cause.
Well, gentlemen, either way, they don't know of your location right now. So if you run ahead and warn Hernán Cortés when shit goes down, whether they believe us or not, they will see we've been on the right side.
I can send. I'll send my attendant, Kareem, with the message. That will require. That will leave all of us here to complete the action.
Okay. Anyone who's not good at lying, keep your mouth shut. We're going to pretend to join these gentlemen on their venture.
Do we have a signal for when the attack, the double cross goes ahead?
As soon as it kicks off. As soon as the DM tells us to roll for initiative is the signal.
That's a universal signal of combat.
Yeah.
Well, if you come back to him,
gentlemen,
who
we
is
have
going to
an
speak?
agreement. Yes, we
Okay.
we believe in your cause. We would like to be on the winning side, and we like gold.
Perfect.
It's
I've agreed you are wonderful people that can be trusted. Gold is always to trust. Well, see you. Only take care on the watch for any guard that approaches Cortés' tent this night. I will give you this, and he gives you a whistle. If you whistle twice, we will know that guards are coming. But if you whistle only once, it might be some trouble, but not necessarily guards. Okay, that will be our signal. And thank you very much.
I whispered to Tesla, they have a better signal than us.
Someone who, so Lord Byron, can you please roll deception?
Sure.
I want to know how much he will believe you.
Come on, baby. A natural 20 for 20.
oh,
Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, glad, sir. Of course. Thank you very much. They leave, but in a scattered way. First, the captain leaves, then the second guy, and at the end, you remain with Cristobal. Cristobal Olive. He tells you, okay, guys. Thank you very much for your help. And just in case that you wish to help Hernán Cortés instead of this captain, please let me know beforehand by whistling only once, okay? I do not want Cortés to fail. I only want him to pay. He has not been allowed to be here, but he has such a charisma on himself that I'm not able to distinguish what is right or wrong anymore. I have the duty to report him back. And I believe that this treason that is brewing inside this encampment will not be no good for anyone. So please let us know.
Is the message spell still working?
Yes. I'm
course.
relaying this to you and you're talking.
Yeah. Does Lord Byron, does he know how many is involved in this coup? Planned coup?
An excellent question. So first, let me work out the measure of the metal of the man. So could I work out, whether he's being honest with me now? Whether
Yes, of course. Run inside.
Sure. 9 plus 6, 15.
You notice that he has been completely truthful. He doesn't wish to harm Hernán Cortés. He only wishes him to pay. And you notice something else with your insight. You notice that this guy is actually in love. He's in love with someone in the encampment.
I think
and he wishes to protect her.
I mean, other than me, I feel like understanding there's only one other woman in the camp, so I feel like I have an idea who it might be.
Okay. He then greets you and leaves. Okay.
But before he leaves, can I just ask him two
Of course.
So firstly, Jim's question: how many people are involved in this coup?
In this coup, I believe it's only around 6 people, but one of them is the captain, the other captain that came with us. So it will be hard not to have the whole support of his crew if he decides to do something.
Okay, I'll tell him that I am also keen to avoid bloodshed. Though I am on your side, if I blow once, it will be because the best thing for you to do is to flee rather than attack.
Okay.
I will make sure everyone in camp. I will make a decision to make sure everyone in camp is safe.
Okay. That's my greatest desire. Thank you very much. And he leaves. Okay, you're in the middle of the night. The coup attempt will happen like in around 30 minutes. What do you do?
So Jim's servant has warned Hernan Cortés that it's happening.
Oh, that is to see, yet to see. But meanwhile, what are you doing?
I guess we're heading back to camp.
We will,
We're,
sneak back to camp, right?
Mhm.
We stacked the odds in our favor somewhat. You had Kareem. Can we send Kareem to discreetly attempt to alert Hernan Cortés, or is that beyond the realm of possibility?
Yeah, that was the plan, right?
that's already been done.
Yeah,
Perfect.
your attendant is on his way to warn him.
Forgive my old man's memory.
Yeah.
No.
You will role play as your attendant in a couple of minutes. Just I want you to get to the tent. After you get to your tent to prepare whatever you are trying to scheme, you find that there's a little sheet of paper in the middle of your tent. But it's a modern sheet of paper. It looks pristine, white, and carefully folded into half.
Oh shit!
No, it's just normal.
You open it, and it's a letter from your time traveling companions telling you that, please guys, I see you have forgotten your briefing since you slept during it. So here is the main thing. That protect Cortés at all costs. Thank you. That's it. Meanwhile,
Right.
your attendant arrives to the tent. Cortés is busy, a little bit busy, busier than usual. He's been looking to some maps that he has been scavenging. How does your attendant approach?
Respectfully, he's an attendant, so he knows decorum, and he will wait to be addressed.
Okay.
Did the letter say to protect Cortés or not protect him?
Protect.
Protect him, yeah, cool. He'll cough politely.
Okay. He sees you approaching, turns around and says, I see you're the attendant of my friend. How can I help you with today?
He scuttles forward and leans over to his ear just to whisper the message in Cortés's ear that there is a coup coming against him, and that the four of us are indeed on his side.
I can see that. Thanks for the confirmation. I was wondering why this letter that I found written in my belongings told me to not be here today. It's strange. The letter looks familiar, and there's only like 7 people around that know how to write. But I will later discover who wrote this beautiful letter, since it was not you. And thank you, my friend. Please, do you know who the people that are trying to kill me are?
He shakes his head, unfortunately.
Don't worry, my friend. You will be gratefully rewarded. Please have a good night's sleep. Thank you.
He doesn't leave. He will stand aside. He wasn't given any orders after telling the questions to Cortés, the details to Cortés. So he will stay with him.
Okay. After some time, he starts walking away from his tent, and that's the last time we use. Well, it was happening there. Meanwhile, you're already in your tent, and it's more or less the time that the coup will happen. Do you have what do you do?
Oh yeah, I mean, we will, get a message from the servant and find out where Hernán is, and race to him as quickly as possible.
Okay. Hernán walked to his guard. He's coming with his guard, his whole guard. in the middle of this. It's not a street; it's a sand and a couple of tents. But you notice that it has been some time, and the 6 persons that are going to try the coup are approaching Hernán's tent.
I will blow my whistle once.
Okay. You blow your whistle once, and then a couple of guards pass next to you. Being with the guards is, of course, Hernán Cortés, and around 10 more sailors. They're all going to the tent. What do you do?
I will approach Hernán and say, Hernán, there are people in the coup who their allegiances are divided. They are keen to avoid bloodshed, and I think if we can avoid a confrontation, this coup will be soon over.
Of course, my friend, I am a very reasonable man, and I promise that not a drop of blood will be shed tonight. Thank you for your notifications. You can sleep well, my companions. I will go to have a little chat with these coup members. And he goes to his tent. Yep.
I would feel more comfortable if we accompanied you rather than sleeping.
Okay, of course. Come with me. Anyone follows?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Although I'm a little dubious about whether this is going to be resolved peacefully.
Of course, it will be resolved peacefully. But well, you arrive all to the tent. To the surprise of the coup members, they arrive to the tent and they find no one there. But Cortés has the whole guard surrounding them. They ask them, please, to surrender. There are 6 people against around 23. The people inside try to not surrender, but only a few of them drop their swords. The captain, though, is keenful to fight, but you actually look that Cristobal puts a knife next to his throat in a menacing to drop the weapon, and he finally does so. And Cortés just waves and says, well, please arrest these men. We'll have them judged later. And they take them away. Okay, sure, you are very useful for this expedition. I would gladly have you a little request from you, since you seem so keen to not dropping blood, as I am also that. I need you to do this small thing. He takes away from his pocket, if it can be a pocket, a key, and he gives them to you. Please, you need to guard the gold from anyone else that believes that can try to seize it from me, until tomorrow that I send this gold back to Spain. I am not willingly to be in bad terms with Spain. I am not trying to pull up treason here, like some people have done so before, and I only need you to guard this treasure for the rest of the night. Could you do so?
It will be our pleasure. I think we've already shown we're not interested in gold, but we will need some more wine and perhaps better quality wine if you have any.
Yes, wine. We cannot find wine here, but they have offered us this beverage, and he gives you a jar of a beverage. It's something like, it's not wine, it's fermented corn, but it tastes similar in some weird way. It's still alcohol, but made in a different way.
I will gratefully accept it. Thank you.
And if you want women, please tell me. We have plenty.
I will have cream prepare some tea for me.
Julie, any women for you?
Certainly.
Okay.
All the women Julie can handle, please, and all the corn rum I can handle. Thank you.
Of course, my friends. Just take care of this little pressure.
Was Christopher arrested along with the instigators, or
No, he wasn't.
he wasn't? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't need
Okay.
to put a good word in for him then.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like rum, corn, and women may not assist us in being good guards of the gold, but it will certainly be a fun night.
Okay,
No,
you
I
go
have
back
tea
to
if
your
you're
tent.
interested, my lady.
Hernán Cortés finally removes his armor, prepares to have a sleep. Thank you, my friends. Tomorrow will be a great day. Okay,
It
do you
is
go
our
to sleep?
pleasure. Thank you. Sleep well.
Indeed.
Okay. You go and have a full night of pleasure, drink, and alcohol. Not precisely in that order, but you know, just sleep well. No one tries to steal anything from your tent because at the beginning of it, no one knows that it's there. You end up drinking too much and oversleeping a little. But you wake up to the squeaking, crashing, and crumbling sound of a fire. A fire eating wood. If some one of you have been near a big fire, you'll now notice the sound that it needs. As soon as you open your tent, because obviously first check, you see basically that all the galleons and all the ships are being burned down. Under Cortés' order, he only sees them burning from the beach. And on a tall log that they managed to make, the 5 men that are not Christopher are already hanged. They hang them during the night. They're dead and hanging, and all the ships are burning. And Cortés is watching from the beach.
He didn't shed blood, I suppose.
It's technically correct. The best kind of correct.
You are correct. Only one way to go, and that is forward.
You approach Cortés, and he only tells you, well, my friends, I am very grateful for all your effort. As I promised, I didn't shed blood. And since we are no longer with the ability to go back to Spain, I believe we only have to go forward into the jungle. That's our only way to go right now. But first of all, I must confirm myself. While being the only last living captain here, I will proclaim myself as governor of the beautiful town of Vera Cruz that will be settled here. And he orders.
Nations governor.
Cortés,
thank you very much.
You
Yes.
have our allegiance. However, despite your way with words, which I do admire, you were not entirely honest with us. Next time, please, speak plainly, speak clearly. We will continue to serve you. But please, trust us as we trust you.
Of course, I will trust you, my friends, because you are part of my next objective. As you can see, we are not more than 200 people here. And we are trying to get rid of an empire. We have promised our allies, Totonacas, that we will crush the Mexicans, the Mexicas. And in order to do so, we need more allies. That's why, my friends, I will send you to Tlaxcala ahead of me. And I will send you in order to, well, gain us an alliance with them so that we can defeat the larger empire. But even though we are powerful and we have guns, well, like 3 guns, but we have superior firepower. 100 people cannot beat the army of the Mexicas that is estimated to be around 200,000 people. So we need more allies.
I must say, Cortés, if we had the ships, we could release a few rats and they'd do the job for us. Never mind.
The problem is that it's around 600 kilometers into the jungle. Ships cannot shoot that far.
Rats, plague.
And
Got the
as
reference.
I promised,
I don't think Hernán Cortés did.
and as I promised, I saved one ship. There is one little small ship remaining. That ship will be the one that carries the gold that you took care all the night to Spain, because what I promised is the truth. So let's grab anything you want, everything you need. I'll give you some of my best men with you, and please head to the Tlaxcalan Empire to see if they may be able to help us.
Yes, as I say, Hernán, like, might I be so bold as to speak plainly? Last night, you assured me there would be no bloodshed, and while you're technically correct, you know you went against your word, and I understand when surrounded by treachery, the need to be careful with one's word, but I need you to speak plainly with your allies in order collaboration.
Roll persuasion.
Successful.
That's awesome. Now roll persuasion.
Oh, it's a natural one.
Oh.
Jonas tells you, yeah, sure.
Byron believes he's charming as he always is.
Yes,
so.
of course. You believe he's charming and that you completely flattered him.
Satisfied. Okay. Out of interest, DM, which crossbow shall I add to my inventory? Is it hand?
Heavy crossbow.
Heavy crossbow. Nice.
So you have a heavy crossbow, and anybody else requests any kind of armor or weapon?
Julie is satisfied with her rapiers and crossbow for the time being.
It's more or less the same kind of weapon we have. But I'm not.
Do I want a crossbow for silent? Yeah, I'll take a crossbow as well.
Yeah. If you wish, I can give you crossbows. And a couple of rapiers that I'm spare here, if someone likes it.
I already have one, thank you.
Jim, do you want a weapon, by the way?
I'll take a heavy crossbow.
Okay, your attendant, does he needs anything?
He can't attack, I believe, so he's just
he's only there.
A carrier.
Yeah, but I had to ask.
I've instructed him to run away to a distance, set up a pavilion and a bath, a cup of tea for after any battles. So
perfect. Young Julie didn't want anything. And by the way, you, Nicola. Anything you like?
I think the satisfaction of knowing I've done a job well done and seeing the designs of my employers complete for the moment, that is satisfaction enough for me.
You seem like a smart person. Maybe we will need your high intelligence later on. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, you prepare yourselves. You got a couple of rations. It's not much that you can get right now because we're finishing up all the food that we brought. And with the burning of the ships, there's even less food, but you may take people there. So you will take Marina here. Because of course you will need a translator, by the way. And a couple of soldiers from Cortés have offered to be going to with you. Is there anything else you would like?
Could we have a liaison for you as well? Maybe Christopher.
Let me check what I can do.
Given
goes
that
away.
given that
Just
given that the coup was overrun, or that they weren't able to successfully overthrow Cortés, I'm wondering whether, like, how is Maria responding to all of this, given that, or I don't know if she has any opinions, but I think that Julie would want to maybe get a feel, maybe kind of keep an eye on her, or, roll insight.
Okay. Just roll insight plus.
Okay. Oh, 4. Seems real happy.
She seems really happy. Until you know her a little better, you will get more information, but basically she looks happy. She looks odd, like she's surprised by everything, because everything that the Spanish conquistadors have brought, it's new for her. They have metal tools, metal armor, metal weapons. They have these huge beasts that whine and can run very fast, and normally these people mount them to combat. So she's surprised mostly, but she has been having a tough time because it's not easy to be the interpreter.
Kareem is smitten with her. We'll comfort her any way he can.
So, perfect. She will go with you, and the Pedro comes back and says, "Okay, yes, Olive will go with you. Christopher will go with you, as well as Marine, right here, and a couple of soldiers, mainly one that is Jerónimo, that is the other translator we have, and some allies from us will go with you. Is that correct? You will go ahead a couple of days. We will leave with the main army behind with Cortés. So your main job will be to, make them aware that Cortés is coming.
So we have 2 days walk, is what you're saying, right?
No. You will be walking 2 days ahead from us. The distance you need to cover from here to Tlaxcala is around 4 days.
Okay. So while this has happened, I'd like to cast Comprehend Languages and speak intensely with sorry, what's the lady's name in her native
Marina.
Marina. In the native name, Malinzi.
Maritzi, yeah. So I'd like to cast Comprehend Languages and speak in Maritzi's native language.
Perfect.
Speak intensely with her and get to know her and understand her better.
Excellent. Okay. She understands you, and she is surprised that she can understand you. Because normally the interpretation has been Cortés speaks in Spanish, Jerónimo translates from Spanish into Maya, and she understands Maya, so she translates from Maya into Nahuatl, that is the language that all people here are speaking. So it's a double translation. And the fact that she can understand you, it's surprising for her. So she approaches you and tells you, Jess, what do you need?
I just want to know about her and what she wants and what her hopes are for the future. We're here to help.
I'm here. I was offered to Cortés' army after the defeat of our enemies as a prize. But Cortés did not wanted me as her lady. He only wanted me for translation services, and I have been helping him with that. It's glorious to know some different things, and I'm starting to learn a little bit of Spanish that might help me. And well, I'm here, right here. But my not husband, the person I was promised to, he's the one that is going to Spain. to take the gold, so I will remain here with Cortés. He has been very nice with me. He allows me to enter his tent during nights, and he teaches me Spanish.
Lovely. I will, try and teach her some Spanish while we walk, and translate. Yeah, anything anyone in the group wants to say to her directly in her native language, so there isn't a triple translation.
Perfect. I'll tell Pedro that we do not need so many people, so Cortés will not be as unprotected.
I will move out ahead and scout ahead.
So what do you mean by Cortés will not be so unprotected?
Because he's sending these 4 Spaniards with you to protect me. I am assure him that we do not need the other translator, and we do not need so many people. We can walk faster, maybe, and he will have more guards with him.
I agree with the sense of that. Actually, our mission is to make sure Cortés is safe, and we can take care of ourselves. To be honest, that's a good plan.
Thank you. So after further preparation, you will be living with her. Of course, a couple of since they understand that you can speak the language of the natives, Cortés will rather send you with more native soldiers to you and less Spaniards, so that he has closer Spaniards to protect him. And well, that's all. You go to your beautiful, beautiful stroll through the jungle, and you begin walking through the jungle. Yeah, some El Dorado rhymes here. Your explorer walking through the jungle, opening everything in your path. And is anybody so kind as to roll perception, please?
So I'm a scout, a rogue scout. So I'll be scouting a little bit ahead, and I'll go for it. Hey Google, roll D20.
It's 7.
Plus 11 though, so that's
okay,
18.
cool. 18.
Okay, you go further into the jungle, and even though you cannot see enemies, you start to see that somewhere above, somewhere forward, you see like a spot that has been twinkled too much by humans. Like the plants in the floor are being stepped out, and there's like a passage through all these leaves and all the foliage that we have here, since it's very difficult to normally pass through the jungle. And this like pathway or highway through the jungle, you see like a road. It's not a road like you normally understand it, but it's kind of a road in the wild.
Trail.
Yeah, trail.
Trail through the bush.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's well trodden.
Okay. And as you continue traveling with that beautiful perception of 18 and your fondness to be in the jungle, you get to a position when you know you are being ambushed. And this is when you will roll initiative. But because you're ahead of them and you noticed it before, you can warn everyone. So what do you do?
Yeah, if I see it, see a spot that does look like an ambushable spot, I'll retreat back before tripping it.
I mean,
if
you're scouting ahead, I'll have cast message and we'll be communicating.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll warn.
Okay.
Lord Byron, and then I'll hide.
Perfect. So please roll initiative while I put you on the.
Hey Google,
I've
roll
closed it, by the way.
You got 14.
14.
14 plus 4, so 18.
18. Okay.
18 for Jim.
9 for me.
7 for me.
24
Really
for Lord Byron.
Byron got a 24. Really, how much?
7.
11? 7 for Tesla?
7 for Julie, 9 for Tesla.
7 for Julie, 9 for Tesla. Let me roll myself. Okay, got 17. Right after Lord Byron. Okay, you come to a cliff, very beautiful cliff. Next to the trail we have been saying. And well, sorry, I forgot I lost the screen sharing. But okay, you're in the trail and see a small cliff, like 20 feet high. And this above this cliff, you see some warriors. They are wielding shields and what appears to be a club. This club has like some stone in it. You kind of manage that it's stone obsidian for the ones that are more scientists in the group. And above all of them, there is a main soul warrior that is higher than everyone else. It stands 1 meter, 89 centimeters tall, huge club, like two-handed club, but he has it in only one hand. And he's ready to knock you all. So, Lord Byron, you start.
Yes, I'd like to cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Head this off at the pass.
Yeah, with arms open and a disarming smile, I would like to offer friendship. I will speak in his native tongue. How
Okay.
long does comprehend languages last? For 1 hour, so I'll cast. Oh, I don't know if that's a lot.
Oh, he doesn't understand you. Too bad.
Yeah, that's the problem because it's an action as well. So I will cast comprehend language.
Okay. That's your action. Pretty good.
That's an action. And I will just speak to him and say, we come in peace, hold your fire. We have gifts to give you, to honor you. Great chief.
Okay. He answers you only, there is no peace for the false gods.
Ooh. So here's where it gets fun. As a bonus action, I can use a ranged weapon if I expend a key point. I love being a monk / bard. This is the weirdest combo I've ever done. So
Nice.
I can come in
works.
peace, and when he doesn't accept the peace, I carry a big gun. So I'm going to shoot my pistol.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried. You guys saw, right? Like I tried to be peaceful.
You did your best.
I heard something. Yes.
Does a
I'm glad there's going to be a signal this time.
Does a 24 hit?
Okay. You hit him with your pistol. Roll damage.
That will be 6 damage.
Perfect. You shoot him. He's standing in the border of the cliffs. He's an easy target. You puncture through his left arm and leave a little hole in it. He struggles with the pain, but he doesn't scream. He only seems more angry than before. And then it's Jim's turn.
Like I said, at least we've got a signal this time. I too will open fire on him, on the leader, on the chief.
Okay.
Hey Google, roll d20.
I just love this historically. The two Brits are like, look, we tried to reason with him, didn't work out, so we opened fire.
Fire. 8 plus, what is it, Chris?
What are you shooting with? Your rifle?
My rifle.
Plus 10, so 18.
Cool. 18 hit.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
2d10 plus 4.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Alberto, Jim's gun is vastly overpowered.
I know. I check it.
The way we balanced it is you decide how much ammo he has.
Okay.
Hey Google, roll 2d10.
You got 2 and 10. That makes 12.
12 plus
Plus
4,
four.
16.
Ouch. That's a huge shot. You shoot him right in the middle of the stomach. He still groans in pain, but he has not moved an inch. Okay, I know it's his
bonus
turn.
action, I will hide.
Yes,
Yeah.
for your bonus action.
Feel great. Yeah, you hide. No, you cannot. You already. Well, Jim can. Byron, of course,
No,
not.
he's a rogue.
bonus-
He's a rogue.
Yeah, yeah,
You very much can.
yeah. He can do it. Byron cannot.
No. Yeah, I'm not hiding.
Okay.
I, I have no such intelligence.
The around 7 soldiers that you are seeing on the top start throwing you spears in order to impale. The first 2 will shoot at Julie.
I haven't shot anybody. Why are they targeting me?
Because they want to incapacitate people,
Hmm.
and they believe that you are the weakest person. Okay, does 7 hit you?
Nope.
And a 12.
And no again.
Okay, perfect. Next 2 will go to Lord Byron since he was being super aggressive. 17 hit.
If it hits my armor class, it matches my armor class. It's a hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Okay, hits you with a spear. It is 1d8. 7 damage. It's not that great.
okay.
And the second one,
Is but a flesh wound.
7. It misses. It's but a flesh wound. The next 2 are going against Jim. 21 hits.
Hit.
Yes.
Okay. And only PD 7 damage.
Cool.
And the other one, 2 plus 3, 5. It doesn't hit. Okay. They try to impale you, but only a couple of shots arrive with you. Meanwhile, the main leader that you can see, he basically jumps from the cliff, club in hand, trying to fall with his club in Lord Byron's head, that he was the first one to shoot. And he attacks you with anger.
That's fair.
Angrily. Yeah. Ouch. 24 hits.
Yep.
Ouch. 11 damages.
Oh, yeah.
He hits hard.
No
He has a
biggie.
very high club. Hits you in the head.
I'm still desperately trying to impress Julie, so I shrug it off. Like, that's nothing. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you continue shrugging.
That isn't half of my hit points. Definitely.
I'm not half dead, I swear it.
I'm fine.
Okay, the other warriors are coming with you. Also start throwing spears to the ones in the top side of the hill. A couple of them hit. And the only Spanish conquistador that you brought up shoots with his gun. When he shoots, he manages to kill one of the natives. And he's very proud. And he says, well, now 1 minute while I reload. And he starts reloading. Okay, next one.
Julie or Jess?
I had the initiative of 9, I believe.
And I'm 7, so I think
Yeah.
you're up next.
Yes.
Ah, yes, sorry. I made a mistake. Sorry, I put it wrong.
Of course. Well, let's keep things mathematical. Tesla is going to focus a 5th level storm sphere, a condensed ball of lightning and energy, and he's going to direct it right at the precipice of this cliff. So right at the very top, just behind where this chieftain seems to have jumped down. It's a 20-foot radius sphere. So I believe that should, and I can annotate and do a little circle for you.
Yeah.
That should be able to target. I need to move that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. You're hitting the 3 in the top.
If I've done my math right, I should be able to hit all of them because with 20-foot radius, that would be 20 foot in left, right, and vertically. So I should be able to hit all of them.
Okay. So you're pointing 20 feet above the leader that is basically centered on the border of the cliff that hits all the people that are on top. Perfect. Yeah.
So if you wouldn't mind, can I have everyone performing a strength saving throw DC 17?
Okay. Strength saving throw.
17 on the dot.
So 7. And okay, only one of the guards pass it, not even the leader. How much damage would that be?
Bravo, boy.
On a fail, that's 8 points damage. And for the one who passed, that's only 4 points of damage. So it's not a lot to deal with. Then as a bonus action, I can then cause a lightning bolt to leap from the center of the sphere towards one creature of my choice within 60 feet. And it will be an advantage if they're still in the sphere. So he's going to target this on the chieftain, and it's going to be 5d6 points of damage.
Oh, he feels the damage.
Okay, so
When he feels the damage, he only looks at you and say, "Oh, indeed, we're fighting gods."
yeah, that's 22 to hit. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Lovely. And that will be 19 points of lightning damage.
Ouch. Okay.
And
That's
to
off.
his comment, Tesla will look to us and go, "We are not gods, we are men." And that'll be my turn.
Okay, perfect. And then now, Julie, you can.
I'm just checking on the map. Can I move within melee range just based on where everybody's positioned?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like to move up into melee range. I brandish one of my rapiers and I get 2 attacks per turn. So I'm going to roll for both of those. First one is 10. And second one is 9. I'm not sure if either of those hit.
No, neither of those hit.
All right, well, I just try to take a few swipes. They don't seem to connect, but Julie's hoping she'll have better luck on the next round.
Perfect. And we go back again. Turn 1. Turn 2. Lord Byron, it's your turn.
I still believe in peace. I will cast Charm Person because we're attacking him. He rolls his wisdom saving throw with advantage. So
I roll with advantage. Okay.
Yeah, roll a wisdom saving throw with advantage. I'm trying to charm the chief.
Oh, 19.
Yeah, that's a success. So I fail. For my bonus action, let's have a look. I'll try a bit of the old pugilism. I will, start throwing the old fisticuffs.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit 24.
Okay, it's a hit.
For 8 damage.
You punch him and when you punch him in the middle of the chest, you feel that, well, this guy is very muscular.
Right. Well, doing that, then I would like, as I punch him in the chest, I would like to use an extra key point to do stunning strike and stun him.
Perfect. You have him a little bit stunned. Okay. He's he's
Actually,
stunned
no,
by you,
apologies.
not knowing how is everybody hitting.
No,
Yeah?
sorry about that. I can only do stunning strike when I hit him with a melee weapon, not with my fists. So forget that.
Nice. No, so he's not stunned. Okay. You only made him a little bit mad, like, I know you're the guy I'm already punching, but you do not seem so very grateful, so I know what I have to do. Okay, Jim, it's your turn.
I believe the chieftain is within 5 feet of 2 of my allies now, isn't he?
Yep.
Cool. I will sneak attack him then, and try and drill him through the forehead, if possible. Alexa, roll a d20.
3.
Okay.
3.
Plus 10, so it's 13.
Yeah, it's well, it's super miss. Like you're struggle and seeing that Lord Byron is getting hit, you're a little bit worried to also wound him in the middle of battle. So you prefer like to give a pot shot, not try to hurt him really bad.
Sorry, was that a hit or a miss?
Miss.
It's a miss.
But yeah, cool. Then my bonus action, I will hide.
Okay. Now it's the turn of my whole people. Jolie, would you be so kind as to roll your acrobatics check, please? Since the chieftain is going to try to grab you.
Oh, all right. 20. But 13 plus 7.
Let me roll. Please, 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 please. 7. He doesn't manage to grab you.
That's what you get for trying to put your hands on a dancer and fencer.
He'll try the best next thing as a second action. Well, bonus action, it's a barbarian. He will try to hit again, Lord. In this case, he'll hit Lord Byron since he's the only one that is among his range, and he will not gladly hit a woman. So, sorry, Lord Byron.
No, I'd rather he hit me than Julie.
16. Does that hit you?
No, it does not.
You miss it by just a little bit. Okay. The rest of the soldiers start throwing also spears, but they will now focus on the people on the back since they see they're the only ones retaliating against them. That's 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. Okay. One of your allies has fallen out, and it's dead. Excruciating pain for
Didn't
being
even learn his
speared down.
name. That's such a shame.
Yeah, just you never asked the name of the persons that were. You have Marina, but Marina is right next to the attendant. They're hiding somewhere else.
No, I did ask. I just didn't remember.
Tesla, your turn.
Is it back to me? Oh no, Tesla. Sorry.
No, sorry about that. Yes. Right, I'm still concentrating on the storm sphere. I will, as a bonus action, again target the chieftain, and he hasn't moved, so I'll do that again with advantage. So that will be a 23 to hit. For
yes, it hits.
For 22 points of lightning damage.
Ouch.
And that's my bonus action, as I'm concentrating to keep that spell up. And then for my action, I will do, he's right there. He's well within range. He's going to clap his hands together, rubbing them back and forth, and a little static electricity is going to start to billow out, and he's going to do a shocking grasp on the chieftain for a natural 20.
Oof.
So that's going to be
Oh.
4d8 lightning damage.
Oh, okay.
So that's 17 points of lightning damage, and he can't take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Ow.
So with that, Tesla will just take one big step back. And also, I failed to notice this the first time around, so the fault is completely mine. But any creature that ends its turn within the storm sphere needs to make a strength saving throw or take the damage again, the bludgeoning damage. But that's on me, so we won't worry about that until this coming round, I think.
Okay, yeah. Well. Perfect.
Otherwise,
Okay,
that is my go.
next. Perfect, Tesla. And Julie, but I believe she was coming back.
I have returned.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to try to grapple back. Julie's pissed off. Just see. Let's see if my strength is good enough. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'd like to try to grapple the chief. So I'm gonna use the attack action. And so I haven't grappled in a while. Is it just a regular 20, or do I get the bonus for my melee bonus to hit?
You for grappling, you roll your strength plus athletics.
Strength plus, oh, okay, great. So that's a +7, so I give it a roll. Oh, and I get a 9.
And I roll acrobatics in order to not being grappled. So I beat you, so I'm not being grappled for the moment.
Okay, on my bonus action, I'm going to, yell over to Lord Byron. Ugh, he's a slippery fellow, but I'm sure you will get him better than I have. And I'm going to give him Bardic Inspiration. So now you have a 1d6 inspiration die that you can add to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Lady Julie. Next up is Lord Byron again. I don't know, sorry, your fellow allies try to shoot the people on the tab. And they hit all of them, so that will be 6 damage. 2 more of your enemies have gone dead. Congratulations. And the Spanish guy is still reloading. So now, Lord Byron, your turn again.
I will bow graciously to Julie. Thank you for her inspiration. And gonna attack with my sword and my punch. 16. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay, I'll try and punch. Natural one.
Okay, you try to grab him, punch him. He's starting to catch your fist in the middle of your fighting. You're no longer making him, notice that.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely use some key points to try again. So I will attack him again. Oh, it's another miss. Oh my god. Terrible.
Just can't get a hit on this guy.
I'm not hitting on this guy. Advice for you. Is that jealousy I detect?
I believe so.
I mean, look at the feathers on his head. Who could resist?
He is proud, but he will inevitably fail. I get 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Fine, so I'll do one more. Oh yes, that's a hit. So 24,
Okay.
and I'll hit him for 6 damage.
Perfect. You start to make him bleed. You start to notice that even though he has a shot in the chest at his arm, he's starting to have like blood getting out of his mouth. He feels a little bit punched. And since it's his turn and he has managed to notice that grabbing the lady is very difficult, he will instead try to grab Lord Byron.
Well, yes.
So
He's
Lord Byron,
clearly
please roll your
overestimated me.
acrobatics check.
He's overestimated me and underestimated Julie. Not for the first time that's happened in combat.
I know.
But 23.
23 also. That is tie. I'm not sure what happens when you get a tie in a grapple,
Jesse?
but I'll manage it like an attack, so it's barely
like
a
armor
success.
class. So we only have to meet the number.
Okay, so he manages to grab you a little bit. You try to defend yourself. He grabs you by your arm or something. He turns around and starts climbing the cliff with you. He only starts to do so. Of course, running up there leaves him wide open for Lady Julie to have an opportunity attack if she so wishes to do so.
I do so wish, and so I will roll.
Are you sure?
Why wouldn't I?
I know that the buffed guy is clearly dragging your boyfriend like a ragdoll.
Yeah.
You should start considering changing boyfriends.
I don't want him to be dragged away. So I got a 24 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Finally. And 10 damage.
How much damage?
10 damage.
Oh, okay, that's quite enough damage. He manages to release him before he starts climbing to the hole. So he lands on the floor, but unharmed, even though the other guy is trying to flee still. And that will be Tesla's turn.
Nope. Me. I'm after Byron, aren't I?
Yes, but just as they're finishing their turn, can I get strength saving throws from the chieftain and the other warriors under his command? As they're still within the storm sphere.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to get Byron into the storm, but it was not successful. Okay, I need to beat 17, right? And only the chieftain and one of the top. So basically, how much damage would that be?
So that's another 9 damage to those who failed and 4 points of damage to those who succeeded. Every little bit counts.
Okay. One of these guys gets scaled off. The other ones just shrug it off, and the captain goes unharmed. Away. Now, it's Julie's turn again.
I'm
Okay,
after
so
Byron.
the chief is climbing the cliff again, is that right?
Yeah, he's around 10 feet high into the cliff.
So I have, I want to know if I have I have slippers of spider climbing from a previous session. Are we doing wondrous items, or should I say that I did not bring them on this mission?
Of course, you bring them. Please enjoy them.
Excellent. All right. So these shoes give me a climbing speed equal to my walking speed, so it does not take me long to catch up.
Are you saying these boots are made for climbing? And that's just what they do?
And that is what they shall do. And as he's leaving, I'm trying to, I'll take a stab at his back with my rapier. So two hits or 2 attacks. First one, 8. Second one, 16. Does a 16 hit?
16 doesn't hit.
All right. I'll just stand. I kind of imagine myself standing at a 90-degree angle, just shaking my fist.
And trying to punch him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you still within 5 feet of him, are you, Julie?
Yeah.
Yes, I
believe
am.
so.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Now it's Byron's turn. I know your fellow teammates that are shooting. Sorry, they ran out of spears, so they start charging to the cliffside and start climbing up. Meanwhile, your Spaniard companion is still reloading. It's your turn, Byron.
So, is he carrying me up the cliff or not?
Is
No,
he
he's dropped
currently?
you now.
Yeah. He's dropping from the cliff, like barely hanging himself from the cliff, thanks to Jolie punching him while trying to go, but he's still hanging from the cliff.
Oh, amazing. That now's a good time to stun him then. So I'm going to hit him twice with my sword stick. I suppose a 12 won't hit, but I shall try again. With an 18, will that hit?
Yeah, that 18 hits.
Oh, thank gosh. That will be 7 damage, and
Okay.
I will spend a key point to do a stunning strike.
Okay, perfect. He's now stunned. Okay, he starts stunning, and while he's stunned, he falls to 10 feet from the cliff. Hitting
He does
with
have
his back.
a con saving throw.
Yeah. Let me check that.
Yeah.
Con?
Also, I'm directly below both of you on that cliff. If you do wind up falling.
He fails the Constitution check, so he indeed falls.
And he is stunned.
And he's stunned. Okay, he's laying on the floor.
Stunned until the end of
Time.
my next turn. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not until your next turn. Okay, that's pretty bad for him. Well, not that much. But it's now Jim's turn. What will you do, Jim?
Cool. Is there one of my allies 5 feet?
2. Yeah.
Cool.
Me and him are falling together, and Julie's at the bottom underneath him. So yeah.
Cool. So with a glint of the former British Empire burning in my eyes, Jim.
Sorry, as far as Jim's concerned, it's the current British Empire.
Current, yes. He spits out, "Blasted savages, harder to kill than the Gupta man-eater," and takes another shot at the chieftain. Hey Google, roll D20.
You got 20.
Oh, 20!
Yeah. Roll on the British Empire.
So, Alberto, what's your rating on naturals? Is it double everything or?
Yes, all everything.
Okay, so that's 4d20 plus 8.
Cool. Hey Google, roll 4d20. What? That's only one.
You rolled 13.
Hey Google, roll 3d20. No.
You got 2.
Right, that's not rolling correctly, guys.
I got it, mate.
One by one, it's fine.
I'll do it for you.
Cheers.
It's 30 damage.
Okay. He hits the floor. He's unconscious. Not actually dead. Only
Oh, sorry. By the way,
bleeding unconscious.
sorry. Surprise attack.
Sneak
Jim.
attack, yeah.
Jim also gets sneak attack damage.
4d6, isn't it?
Ouch.
Where is your sneak? Sneak.
Sneak.
4d6. Yes.
Alexa, roll 4d6.
And again, it depends on your rolling. Is that doubled as well?
6, 1, 1, and 3. No,
Ouch.
11.
And
11.
again,
Sorry, what was
because
that,
it's
Chris?
a natural 20. Is that doubled as well?
Yes.
Okay, so
22.
that's 22 damage. Yeah.
And with that last damage, he not only is unconscious, stunned, and bleeding, he's actually dead.
I mean, would you
You
like
managed to kill it.
non-lethal damage, Jim?
How do you do non-lethal damage with a shot with a rifle?
Hey, shoot his arm off.
And then that is
He bleeds out.
that's a pretty little for me.
No, I'm pretty well trained at killing man-eaters the first time normally, so
Right
he's
now.
been a bit of a hard one. So I drill him through the forehead.
So I'm a lover, not a fighter, but fair enough.
Don't
yes.
worry,
Okay.
he will not. Okay, the rest of the guys, while seeing his chieftain finally killed, just ran away, start running, leave you, by God's sake. And that concludes your encounter. Congratulations, guy! You've managed to only get one of your allies killed.
I think diplomacy is going well so far.
Yeah. You got diplomacy. You can speak to that body.
We're making friends, winning hearts and minds.
Yeah. Can I loot the chieftain for trophies, please?
Yes, of course. Well, he actually has a beautiful feathered hat with plenty of white and black feathers. He has the club he was hitting you with before, and he has a thong. That's it.
I just
Yeah.
love how well the 19th century Brit fits in with the 16th century colonialization mission. And the rest of us have kind of values. I mean, I know Julie and Byron have a checkered past, but you know, we stood for something. But yeah, no, it's just amazing.
So someone strikes home for him.
Yeah, like it's
that'll look
actually
good
the
above my
traditional
pants.
D&D loot and pillage, right? Which is in India.
It's perfectly. Yes. Yeah. Above the mantelpiece, I believe, Kareem. Pack it up for me carefully. Would anybody like
Okay.
a spot of tea?
Well,
I might need one to calm the nerves. That was a massacre. Let the record show that I did try and charm them twice.
yeah. You indeed tried twice.
Yes, you did. Yes. Worked wonderfully, Byron. Please do continue to keep our morale on the positive side. Morality on the
Alignment.
positive side.
Alignment on the positive side.
Indeed. If at first you don't succeed, keep trying and we'll kill the rest.
Well, you drink your cup of tea as you like. The Indians that are next here, well, natives, seem quite impressed. They do not know what tea is, so they're just looking at you.
It's
And
mine.
they are also looting their former enemies. You managed to notice a quite curious thing. Of the 3 people that seem to have been killed by you, one of them is still alive. And you see your allies like strapping him and only like restraining him, not killing him entirely, just to keep him alive as a trophy.
I unholster my pistol.
No, Jim.
No.
No.
You don't want to put him out of his misery?
Enjoy your tea. Let me talk to him. And I will
replace my pistol.
I've just cast my ability to speak languages. I'd like to have a chat with him and see what I can find out and
You
see what
already have it from the
chances of
last time.
making peace are.
Okay, what did you ask him?
Like, how big is his village?
Oh, we're a very, very big village, around 2,000 people.
Okay, I represent an army of 20,000, and if you don't make peace with us, all of your friends will die. All of your family will die. How can I make peace with your chief? How do I stop the death of 20,000 people?
I am not to be the one who stays peace. I am just a soldier. If you want peace, you better head to the city and speak with the chiefs. Maybe the council would decide that you, the gods, must help us.
Well, sure,
or we should kill them.
The first chief we met, he didn't listen so much.
He wasn't chief.
Okay.
He wasn't.
He was just big warrior. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. Would you like some tea?
Not for savages, Byron. They can't appreciate it.
Me no like poison.
Okay. Yeah, you are right, Jim. He does not appreciate a good cup of tea.
Okay.
We know better, Byron.
You think anything else you wish to do? No, to do before you continue your journey?
It's gonna be hard to ask. How charming am I? Let's see.
Depends. According to you, very much. According to your dice, not much.
I would like to cast friends on him.
Okay, yeah, the very old trick of persuading my enemy and then having him remember that I utilized him. Yeah, right. Okay, you cast friends.
And there's not even a check on that, is there?
No.
Wow.
No.
Okay. So I would just like to say, like, look, friend, we're looking to get into your village with the minimum fuss, the minimum thing, the minimum hurt, right? Which is the least guarded compass bearing with which to enter your village?
Maybe entering through the front, or they are already expecting you.
Yeah, so what's the best way to enter where we'll encounter the least resistance?
You have already defeated one of us. You have the right to speak with the chieftain.
Really?
That is excellent to know. In about a minute's time, you're going to wake up pissed off with me. I mean, you know how I'm friend-like, and I will tell my allies not to harm you any further.
Okay. You continue traveling, like you were already a couple of days up front. One more of the days, your allies help you getting some food because you are very, 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 very bad at recognizing anything here, since I believe only Tesla was born in the New World.
I can detect, I believe, stuff that I could eat.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, of course, you can throw whatever you like because you are in your you're in your right spot right now. Yeah, survival for anything you wish to eat right here.
Cool. Hey Google, roll D20.
You rolled 9.
9.
Fair enough. You find fruits, a couple of cocoa plants, and you manage to do some kind of stuff. You actually managed
9 plus 11, so it's a dirty 20.
Yeah, and I'm a furbog as well. I can speak to plants and animals.
Okay, you can speak to plants.
Yeah, I can't understand them. I just get a feeling.
I know.
It's not like comprehension. Just
Yeah, no. It's like very little plant. How are you? Plant. Photosynthesis. Plant.
Are you well?
But-
No.
Mhm. Just existing right here.
Yeah. Edible.
Mhm.
Too
Yeah.
much.
Mm,
Get
too
eaten
much.
lots.
But, please never use that spell when you are boiling leaves for a tea.
The screaming plants.
Again, you've just described the British Empire. Extremely. We have empathy for plants. We also like to drink tea 4 times a day.
Yeah.
4, you heathen. Only
Okay.
4.
You continue walking through the landscape. Beautiful. It stops at one point being jungle, and it starts being more like a forest. Okay, low vegetation starts existing, and you start actually seeing more trees, higher trees. You start entering, and it becomes a little bit colder, but colder for here is nothing like cold in other parts of the world. We're calling like it passes from 32 degrees to 28. Okay. And finally, you arrive to what seems a big city. It's a very, very big city for the standards of these days. You see a walk. Sorry. What happens? Yeah. So you defeated them. Yeah, I had an image for you. Love how you defeated the enemy. And you managed to arrive to the city. Everybody is wearing these kind of white feather hats. They're very popular in that era for these people that we will know them as the Tlaxcala people. And you see a pyramid, a huge pyramid with plenty of gold in it, and everyone is wearing these like big ponchos that they're not ponchos. I will not call it right name. And they're receiving you, not in a warm way, they are not being hostile. They are only like, welcome to the city of Tlaxcala. You may see our chieftain. You pass through a long hallway until you arrive to a big house. On the main entrance of the house, a very big chieftain awaits. You recognize him because his feathers are not only white, but also they have black feathers in it. He's very tall, has a spear in hand, and only tells you no weapons inside. Only 4 people allowed. What do you do?
That's perfect. There's 4 of us. I mean, yeah, sure. There's the Expendables, the red shirts. But yeah, we're good. We're good.
Tony isn't a red shirt.
Well, there's only 4 people allowed, so
Yeah.
you or Tony.
Tony the Tiger Helper.
I'm getting on with Tony. So if you want to take a smoking break outside, yeah, Tony can come in. That's fine.
I did actually was a smoker. Tony's wearing the headdress, by the way. Is that
Wrong kind of Indian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Right. Wrong Indian.
That's for my mantelpiece.
Okay, you
Yeah,
managed to
let's
enter.
we all go in. Yeah.
So you are living outside Marine?
Oh, no, we must.
Oh,
Please, ladies and gentlemen, we must bring Marine.
can we convince them to bring a 5th? Try to
Jim,
persuade them?
why don't you take a break? You're great at many things, but diplomacy.
I'll go integrate with the locals, see what's around.
Yes. Why don't you do that? An excellent idea. Good suggestion. Yes.
I leave the building and let Marina know to head on in.
Okay. Marina enters with the rest of you. You arrive to a hall. You have 4 chieftains. You recognize them because they're embroidered in golden clothes with a little silver that you can see around, and many, many, many precious stones like jade. Their feathered hats are really big compared to the other ones, and one of them welcomes you and tells, please sit next to us in fire. We will chat with you.
Yeah, we bow and sit politely. I
Okay.
would like to hear their story, describe how peace is possible between our two nations, and then cast enthralling poetry.
I see you come in the name of the god Huitzilopochtli that is approaching us. He has not been defeated, and he is waging war against the Mexicas. My name is Huehue Xicotencatl. My son Xicotencatl Axacayacatzin. My other chieftain Maxicatzin. My other chieftain Citlalpopcatzin and Hueyotzin. Yes, I made it on purpose.
I'm so glad I'm not there.
Okay. But well, you can call me Wewe. And I am seeing that you defeated one of our scouting parties. My son was very avid into trying to defeat these so-called gods, but I believe he learned his lesson. And well, you brought one of our soldiers with you. He may serve you right now as you wish. We are not willing to pay more sacrifices to Aztecs, and therefore we would like to be in an alliance with you. But first I must know, how can you help us defeat our enemy, since we have a very huge army, 30,000 of our soldiers and best warriors, and we still cannot defeat them. We have very, very few numbers compared to them, and they are very aggressive, powerful.
So I would like to cast enthralling poetry. I'm a glamour bard, so all 4 of them need to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay?
And I'm going to do something weird. I'm going to go for the truth. Not normally what this spell is reserved for, but yeah, I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to tell them I am from the future. You can do your roll while I say this. I am from the future, and I have seen what becomes of your people. And if you do not ally with our friend, you will be destroyed. Anyone that stands in our path will be destroyed. Your most terrifying nemesis will also be destroyed. All will be destroyed. There is a intimidating tsunami about to befall upon this continent, and you're either with us or you're against us. You're either on the right side of the tide or you're about to get swept away by it. Those are your only 2 options. Please roll for wisdom saving throw. 6.
Okay. You managed to convince 2 of the 4 of them. Actually, one of them sides with you and tells you, well, yeah, you have all my vote to trust these people. They have not only defeated us once, but they have also defeated the Mexicas, and they have an alliance with our other neighbors. So maybe they can manage to ally other towns. If they manage to ally other towns, we will actually get it done. I believe so. Meanwhile, the other one says, no, we cannot trust these people, these foul people who claim to be gods, are not. We have seen what they have done. We have seen how they corrupt our land. We have seen the destruction they are bringing. I want them back on their ships and away from us. The main chieftain only stays silent. Is there anything else you can offer us after the defeat of the Mexicas? What will happen to the fate of our town?
Yes. So I'll tell you two things. One is that we will destroy all of your enemies. The second is that we have destroyed all of our ships. There is no returning for us. The only way is forward.
Okay, you are devoted to your cause, but what will happen to us? How I am sure that after you destroy the Mexicas, you will not turn against us, and instead of freeing us from their horrible tyranny, we will be under new tyranny.
Your lands are big. There is much to conquer.
I see. Okay.
I am
Well.
sure, and what's more, I'm sure that the conquistadors will need guides, people who know the plants, the animals. They will benefit from such an alliance after the defeat of your enemies.
That sounds very good. Okay, me, Weiwei is with you, as well as two of us already. So with a vote of 3 people, we will agree to meet your Huitzilopochtli. Then Marina stands out and says to you, they're believing that he is a god. If they believe him not to be a god, that would be huge trouble. So how can we convince them?
Who's got some spells? Tesla.
Yeah, why not? Rush with science guy. Okay, Tesla.
You say we're not gods. Well.
If I say that we're not gods, they will kill us.
Yes, one moment. I just need to confer with my associate. But Byron, a moment.
Okay.
Take Byron aside. Byron.
Yes, my friend.
Must we really do this? I feel rather conflicted about this. Deception, as it were.
If I'm honest, I kind of got swept up in the moment trying to impress a lady, and I forgot my morality.
Nothing it can't be done. I'm just saying, does it have to be us? I'm letting my ethics get in the way of things.
No, and I respect that. I do. I don't know if you're familiar with the history of the period, but let me tell you what happens in our absence. Probably worse than we're fishing for now. I'm trying to wager as many alliances as I can to keep as many natives alive as I can along the way. Because in the absence of us, it is just a genocide.
I trust your judgment on this, but I would rather not be known as a god. For the record, there is one.
I respect that. All I will say is that for a bit of parlor magic, it's the least of the ills of this era.
Very well then. He's going to quickly return to the other. Do you have any anyone who has recently passed, recently deceased? You ask for us to show you the power of God. I will show
So
you one brought back to life.
Marina speaks translation of that since you.
Yep.
And they told, yes, of course. We've got recently deceased ones. We're actually, well, plenty of people. We have been in a war with these Mexicas for a very long time, and we have many bodies to check. If you wish to show us something, I can allow it. But first,
Well-
we need to make sure that your guests be comfortable here. He claps twice, and there are a lot of servants begin bringing food, snacks, alcohol. You are welcome, my friends. The council has decided that we will listen to your lord. When he arrives here, he can show us how he does such magic, and therefore we will trust him into making an alliance with him. Meanwhile, just sit here, relax, and enjoy.
How long does my invisibility last when I'm not in action in
Yeah.
combat?
How much your visibility is lost?
My invisibility is a furbolg.
Oh,
Ah.
that's a. I'll leave that to the DM.
Yeah, like 1 hour or so. How if it's enough?
Okay.
Okay, meanwhile, Jim, what were you doing this whole time that you were outside?
Talking loudly to locals about what stuff is. Loudly and pointing, like English people do when they're trying to talk down to people. I say, what's this? You there? Just take a
And
walk,
got it,
walk
got
around.
it. Please roll a D100 die.
A D100. Okay. Alexa, roll a D100.
I rolled a 6-sided die and got
What? No.
4.
Hey Google, roll a
D100.
D100.
I can only roll dice with 3 to 20 sides.
Yeah, please, Chris.
Okay,
Rude.
roll a 20-sided die.
I can do it for him. It's fine.
I narrow it. No, it's fine with 20 options. I like it. Roll a 20-sided die and only tell me if you would like higher to be better for you or lower to be better for you.
Higher. Hey Google, roll
Okay.
D20.
It's 10.
10.
Oh, just in the middle. Ah,
51%.
you managed to get a couple of cocoa shots that they were drinking the chocolate. Now that you know it, it's without sugar, and instead of sugar, we use chili pepper, but okay, you like it.
I said it's rather nice. Nah, it'd go well with my tea set, don't you know?
And a bunch of people has approached you like very interested in the weapon you are holding and in the kind of garments you're wearing, since they don't know this kind of stuff. They even offer to trade you their clothes for yours.
I believe I have another set of clothes in my attendance pack. So yeah, it's why not? When in Rome.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect. Happy. Okay.
This will go
People
well with my new headdress and club.
Yeah, you got the whole garment. Perfect. Inside people inside. Is there anything else you will do with the chieftains before you retire?
Do you have any wine?
No, but they have this rather tasty cocoa beans.
We
With
got
chili, I
cocoa.
believe.
We got cocoa with chili. With pozol, that is the beverage made with corn. We also got mezcal.
Mezcal. I would like mezcal and the corn beverage, please.
Okay, of
It's
course.
been a long day.
Perfect.
Has historical
Yep.
question.
Mhm.
when is this about? I guess this is about the time, like chocolate hasn't arrived in Europe yet in the 1500s.
Yep, we're exactly around July of 1521.
Oh
Okay.
my God, has Julie never tasted chocolate before?
No, I was trying to figure it out. I think she has because she's from the 1600s. So,
But that's maybe, but chocolate wasn't so widespread in Europe until the mid 1700s, because, well, it arrived, but it was like super expensive. So only the kings and queens and stuff could get it.
Julie was well known in high society. She might have tasted a
She might have tasted.
once
Yeah, of
or
course.
twice, but that's it.
all right.
The chocolate
What-
drink though was different, wasn't it? That didn't take off until the 1900s, I believe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because one thing is to export the products, and the other is to export the concept of the beverage.
Mm.
Julie takes a sip and she says, I believe I have had this in a croissant, but as a drink, it says very nice.
Okay, you are courted with plenty of food that you have never seen before, and some of them that I will not mention because you actually have never seen it before. And after some time, the chieftains retire to their inner rooms. You are left only with the servants, which, by the way, have been very touchy. They started like grabbing your hair and that stuff because they're impressed. They had never have seen a girl as beautiful as you, Julie. What do you do?
I think I just sort of smile and go along with it. Julie is not somebody who shies away from attention.
Nice, perfect. So after some time, they send you to a little house prepared for you staying there. Meanwhile, it will happen like it will pass around one day before Cortés actually arrives with you. So do you want to prepare anything for his arrival?
Our mission is to protect him at all costs. So I would like to scout for traps and ambushes.
It's not a bad idea.
Perfect.
I'll help him out.
Roll me either survival or investigation. It's for you to check.
Hey Google, roll D20.
You got 2.
2.
8 for me.
Okay, Lord Byron manages to find his way back home after being super drunk on the first day.
It was actually +9, so it's 11 for a chip.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah. Then to find nothing of relevance. And Jim got lost a little bit, somewhere. Like you lost catch of him for around half a day. But he hasn't reported to be anywhere dangerous or something, so yeah, got it.
I didn't add my modifier though. What is it, Chris?
I did, mate. Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay, so not. Yeah, no. Sorry. I thought that was
perfect.
Yours. Yeah. I enjoyed the walk in the jungle.
After this, it passes one day. You were in the jungle. Some of the local folks followed you, and just for the fun of it, please roll a d6.
Hey Google, roll d6.
It's 3.
3.
Okay, you managed to hunt a turkey.
Ooh.
Which is great. It's one of the biggest things that are here to eat, that are meat, actually. And people are impressed by you using your super hunting rifle. That it's, according to them, the sound of thunder made into a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Then you come back. And after the first day, Cortés arrives. Cortés arrives mounted in his horse with his whole 200 people following him. He enters with chats with the people from Tlaxcala, hearing from you, and manages to speak with the already old Wewe. After some time, he goes out with you and tells you, well, guys, you made a great work today. I am very grateful for you. We have this alliance with Tlaxcaltec, and they will help us with us. I also wish to give you some gifts of the ones they offered me. Please be allowed to pick up from this fine selection. The fine selection consists of a knife that is very beautifully cast in, it's not bronze, it's like copper, but embedded with some shiny stones. We got this woman, and we have a very beautiful woman looking very fine. They're ready to help anybody that wants to keep. We got a feathered hat, very beautiful, with brown, green, blue, and red feathers. And we got these bracelets that are made of onyx. So you may choose. These are my gifts for you.
As a lifelong bachelor that lives with his younger sister.
I interrupt Jim and say, ladies first.
So, headdress, knife, or woman is the
Or
selection?
bracelet.
Or bracelet.
Yeah, or bracelet. Yeah.
I mean, Julie is a romantic type. As much as she's enjoyed the women offered to her over the course of the past few days, ultimately she prefers a little bit more seduction, and so she opts to select the bracelet instead, as she admires its beauty.
Okay, perfect. You got a bracelet. Who else?
So, as a lifelong bachelor that lives with his younger sister, I have no idea of Jim's love life or what he did. And since the bracelets are now gone, you can't give them to his younger sister. What was the other object?
We are left with a knife, a girl, and a hat.
I will take the knife to go on a mantelpiece, please.
Okay, perfect. You got a beautiful knife. Who else?
Yes. Byron, I think I can anticipate this one. I'll take the hat. Thank you.
Perfect. You get the hat. So, Lord Byron.
I wouldn't have chosen the lady, of course, Julie. That's not my intention, but it would be rude to refuse her at this point, of course.
Ah, such a gentleman, she says, somewhat annoyed and somewhat amused.
I try.
He comes and tells, well, let the girl explain. Marina comes to you, sees the gifts, and tells you, well, guys, I believe these are all magical gifts that were given to you in order to fend off against the Mexicas. So I believe those are very high treasures.
I don't know how detect magic works for me, but I'll say to Evan to bring everything close and perform detect magic on them. I mean, does it just tell me that they're magical, or does it tell me
you that they're magical?
Yeah,
they're telling you that they're magical. In game, they're also magical.
Yes. Does my detect magic tell me what the magic is?
Of
what
course.
They do?
I will explain it to you. First, we got the hat. The hat has the ability to turn you invisible for 1 minute. The bracelet
Who's got the hat,
on the other
sorry?
side
Jesse.
turns you invisible. It makes you invisible for 1 minute.
Yep.
The bracelet is a bracelet of protection. It allows you not to be petrified, which is very good for what we're fighting off right now. The knife is a teleporting knife. You throw it, and wherever it lands, you will teleport there.
I say.
And the lady, while being a lady and magical by itself, she can turn into any animal you like for around 1 minute and help you as that form.
Sounds like
Byron's
it could be
perfect
fun for
woman.
Byron.
Yeah.
Hmm?
He loves animals and women and men.
And everything that moves. I see.
Guilty as charged.
Okay. Cortés was well received here, so I've got your next mission, guys. We're only one more tribe to get before we go against the Mexicas. And next tribe will be Cholula. You will need help with the Cholultecas, so please head on. Marina will stay with me for a while so I can continue to make arrangements with Tlaxcala. So please go on and try not to get killed, please. What do you do? Sorry, Byron, you can roll insight because you're very perceptive for social encounters.
Thank you. Natural 20. Oh, no, sorry, dirty
Perfect.
20. Sorry.
Perfect. You notice that when Hernán Cortés said Cholula, the Tlaxcala people ground. They do not like them at all. That's what you notice.
Okay. I cast message and convey this with my team.
I'll ask who does anybody know who Chapler is? Chapler? Colossal?
Cholula. It's where I actually live in real life. But yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but yeah, you're
Oh, it's a place.
here.
Got you.
Yeah, it's a place.
Yeah.
It's exactly between you and where you're trying to go. It's around 1 day walking from where you are right
now. Lord Byron, are you able to get any information from Marina about what their apparent gripe is?
Yes, she is the best person to ask.
Anyone approaches her?
Yeah, I would like to.
You tell her?
Yeah, I trust her. Honestly,
okay, what do you tell her? How do you ask her?
Quietly.
Yeah.
I whisper to him.
Discreetly and away from others. Ask, yeah, like if the plan is to attack this big city, what are our chances? What are their defenses?
They have similar strength to Tlaxcala. They are first people that are not welcomed by here, people in Tlaxcala. They like it better to be over there, but they are also subjects of the Mexica Empire, and they are being told high, just as our other allies, because the toll not only includes precious stones and the cocoa beans and everything that is precious, but also the children and the women of them for them to get the sacrifices they need.
Okay, so what are the chances of peace? Without
I am not
fighting.
sure. I believe they are very conspicuous people and that they will not like someone else coming. They are mostly aware that we exist. Hernán is powerful, or so they believe him, as not being defeated in battle. But as long as being in an alliance with their sworn rivals, they will not be so pleased.
And what do you think my chances are of convincing them that I are the gods they worship?
She laughs a little. For you, handsome, I believe you have plenty of chances.
I fear that is our only way for peace, to strike with such terror that they believe we are gods.
Okay. Perfect, perfect.
I turn to my party and say, does anyone else have a better idea?
Sadly, I do not.
No. It's a
Tesla?
difficult situation.
I think it falls on you again. We're going to go with the God Gambit.
Very well. I will just hold myself to not calling myself as such, but allowing titles to be foisted upon me for the moment.
Tesla, I have great admiration, but
Marina interrupts a little bit and
I'm
says,
trying to
I
stop death.
believe that the one that is being called is him, and signals to Hernán Cortés, not precisely you. You are seen more like attendants, serfs of a god, more than the god itself.
Well enough for now. I will hope that this is all a part of the greater plan.
I believe so. Okay. Is anyone else you would like to chat before leaving or something? What you want to get up without before?
I mean, before everyone got an item. I'm about to take a lady. I'd like to get to know her and ask, is she happy to travel with us? Like, what's her deal? Has she got a husband? What's her story?
No, I was single until I was betrothed to you. Now we shall align with the gods and celebrate our marriage together.
I spit out my tea. A cocoa.
I'm gonna blush and be glad that Julie doesn't speak her language.
Well, that's until you find out yourselves into a tent, but that will happen later.
I slap him on the back and congratulate him. Good show, Lord Byron.
Okay. Anything else you would like before you leave?
Some food rations. A lot could happen between now and then.
Mm.
And some water. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. You have water, you have food, you're given not plenty of things, not much of them, but enough just to reach next town that will be Cholula. That's basically one day walking, so that's not very much that you need. But since you are leaving earlier than expected, you'd kind of notice a little discussion between the Huehue, the chieftain, the main lord of Tlaxcala, and his son, the one that was wearing the hat with red feathers, being very angry. You managed that he storms out of the way and runs away with a couple of his soldiers. Okay.
Is everything all
Just
right?
My son does not like you. He has promised to demonstrate that you are not gods and that you will not help us. He's afraid that if we do not win this war, the repercussions the Mexicas will have on all of us will be terrible. But as long as we are an independent state, it doesn't matter to me. He'll comprehend. Don't worry, I'll make him into reason with him.
Is it likely he will take off to the Macachitas?
That's
To
what he's done,
Mexicas?
clearly.
No. Of course, no. We all, Tlaxcalans, hate them. He will only rally his troops and maybe try something stupid like attack them without you. But, well, you know how war is. He only gets capped. The worst thing that can happen is for him to get captured. But as long as he doesn't allow that, it will be fine. He's a great warrior, not defeated in battle.
That's all very well. However, if he was to set off the opposition before we were ready, that could prove disastrous for us.
That would be very bad. But well, I hope so. He has been my son longer than I have known you, so I believe in him. He will one day be true lord of Tlaxcala after I die, so there's no reason for him to betray us.
We'll
Okay.
see.
Anything else you would like to know?
Nope.
Okay.
Not for me.
And you embark on your journey. While you're walking through the beautiful forest, and as you're going all happily with your newly acquired benefits, you hear something out in the forest. Who wants to roll perception?
I will. Hey Google, roll D20 as a scout.
You got 2.
Oh my god, what is wrong with this freaking thing? 12.
Okay. And
I got a 23.
perfect. You notice just in time as you are getting ambushed by a lot of Mexica warriors. Around 10 of them. Okay. They arrive with you. And it's 5 o'clock. So I believe we will stop it right now. Just before this.
Cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bah, bah, bah.
Awesome.
We'll leave it here.
That was fun.
Thank you.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Alberto.
You're welcome.
Fantastic DM. I really appreciate
Yeah.
it. So much.
Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
be able to DM for you again.
Yes, please let us know when you can do it next. And look forward to continuing the adventures.
Of course, of course. Well, thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thanks.
And
Okay,
for
buddy.
you that it's already night, well, I hope you already have a great day today.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
Take care, mate.
Bye, everybody. See you next time.
See you next time.
See you later, mate.